HISD Dance would like to remind you to be safe while dancing. Make sure that you're wearing proper dance attire and that you clear the space around you. If you're dancing on the carpet, wear bare feet. But if you're dancing on hardwood floors or hard surfaces, make sure to wear dance shoes or non-slippery socks. Get ready to have a great time dancing. Hi, I'm HISD dance teacher Justine Gingell, and I'm so happy to see you right here again today. This week's lesson, we're going to celebrate spring again in a 3-part lesson. First, we're going to warm up our bodies to make sure it's safe for us to move and dance. We always warm up before dancing. It's what stops us from pulling muscles and hurting ourselves. Second, we're going to explore the life cycle of plants through movement, improvisation, creating our own movement, and choreography, when you set your movements and repeat them the same way. Lastly, once we've warmed up and completed our plant life cycle dance, then it's safe for us to stretch. So we'll cool down with a wonderful stretch and a celebration of everything we've accomplished today. Today, we're going to be doing a warm-up based on the bumblebee. To begin, I love to see dancers in control of their bodies. Toes pointed forward, heels pointed back in a great parallel position. Core, your dance center, lifted and engaged. Arms hanging from your sides, still active. And we're gonna swarm like a circle, like a swarm of bees. Great simple walks in control. I feel like if you can't walk in control, you're not ready to dance in control yet. So let's walk, moving around one another, making sure that you're in control, choosing how you walk. If you're with somebody or a few people, make sure you're not bumping into each other. Slow down when you come towards somebody. Choose to go the other way, or stop for just a second until it's clear. Swarming now, choosing how fast or slow you go, walking creatively. Excellent. And now we're going to warm up those feet. Swarm a little faster now. Something's happening in your hive. Toes are pointed, tummies are still engaged, and we add our wings, moving your arms any way you'd like to. They can be sharp and staccato, or light and smooth. Your arms could have lots of force, or only just a little. Great job, dancers. Now it's time to travel through the meadow, pollinating different flowers. Here we go, bees. Start in a great first position. Plie second position, and releve into a beautiful flower of your choice. Plie second position. Releve into a beautiful flower of your choice. Plie second. Releve. 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 You make such a lovely flower. Great job. We'll take a minute, bees, to warm up your backs. right here, these vertebrae, by curving, using that head tailbone connection, curving, arching, and moving through your back. Just explore how your back wants to move. You don't have to stay in one position, but focus on curving and stretching your back, arching side to side. You can involve your arms if you want to. Do a favorite stretch. And now I think we're ready to buzz, little bees. Today, you and I are going to be exploring the life cycle of a plant as it grows. We're going to begin with the seed stage. Now, most plants have seeds, but not all plants. And each seed is unique in shape and color to the type of plant it's going to grow into. And it's going to need its own unique set of conditions to grow in. So each seed needs a special temperature or amount of water. And that's why different plants start growing and blooming at different parts of the year. So I want you to take a moment and explore what shape your seed is and how you're going to show that you're a seed. Remember, seeds don't move all around, so the seed portion of our dance is going to be non-locomotor. We're going to stay in one place. Here we go. Let's explore seed shapes together. Try out a few before you decide on one. See if you can find something interesting that you connect with as a dancer. Many seeds are round, but others might be dewdrop shaped, like a garlic bulb. Ooh, that was neat. I think I found my seed. Have you? Yours is really neat too. Let's move on to the next stage of the life cycle of a plant. Now it's time for the second stage of the plant life cycle, the seedling stage. The seedling stage is really neat because it's the first growth that the seed really has. And what's really interesting is that no matter which way your seed is planted or tilted, the first thing to happen is that your roots grow down. So our first movement is going to go down towards the floor. And then the stem starts to grow and leaves start to emerge. But the leaves that come out are not like the leaves you will see once the plant has fully grown and matured. The first leaves look very different than the leaves we're going to have later in the life cycle. So make sure that your leaves in the seedling stage look different than your leaves later on in the adult stage of the plant life cycle. Here we go. Let's find our seed pose and then experiment with growing your roots down and your stem up and allowing your leaves to come out. downward movement. Could happen fast or slow, smooth or sharp. And then your leaves come out. It's time to perform. Growing from a seed into a seedling with those first tiny leaves that look nothing like the adult leaves of the plant. Here we go. We're going to spend 1/8 as a seedling, still and planted, waiting for the right amount of water and the right temperature to grow. And after 1/8, we're going to spend 2/8 growing. Now that we have the right amount of water and the right temperature. Are you ready? I am. I'll give you a 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll start on 1. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Seedling goes. 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6. Ready for the seedling. 1, 2, 3. You're growing 4. Roots first. 5, 7, and 8. 3 and 4. 5, 6, 7. That was incredible. I loved how you grew your roots first downward and then your stem upward. I could really see that your leaves were small and different. The third stage of the life cycle of a plant is the flowering stage. Now, most plants flower, but not all plants flower. You might think of grass. Grass is a plant that doesn't flower, right? So today, we're going to grow from our seedlings into our adult plants. Only adult plants flower. And if you choose to be a plant that doesn't flower, still grow into your adulthood. We're going to listen to Waltz of the Flowers as we figure out how our plant grows into adulthood and how it flowers. Remember, your flower can be any shape you like. It could be curved or angular. You decide. How do your petals move or grow? Did they grow fast like mine or slow? Maybe so slow you can barely see yourself moving. I want to see what you've come up with so far. Let's put the stages of the life cycle of a plant together in our dance, starting with 1/8 as a seed, 2/8 as a seedling, and 2/8 growing into an adult flower, an adult plant with a flower or without. You choose. Are you ready? 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1/8 as a seed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you're a seedling. maybe flowering, maybe not. 7 and 8, keep going. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fabulous, dancers. We're ready to move on. The next stage of the plant life cycle is pollination. In this next stage of our dance, pollination, we're gonna hope that bees and birds and insects come along to pollinate our plants, to cross-pollinate our plants. So maybe you choose to still be your plant, or maybe you choose to be the butterfly, the insect, or the bird that is pollinating the plants right now. And if you're the butterfly, the insect, or the bird, that's your locomotor movement, moving through the space, choosing your pathways, whether they're curved, whether you go up, whether you go down, whether they're zigzag and sharp. How those pathways are, you're the plant, the adult plant that has flowered and is being pollinated. Maybe you sway under the weight of the bee and then bounce back when the pollination is complete. Or maybe you choose that you want to do locomotor movement. Maybe you are the pollinator. Maybe you're the bee, buzzing, trying to find the flowers. Or you're the butterfly with less force, gracefully gliding. You decide which you'd like to be and how you'd like to represent pollination in your dance. Explore your movement with me now. It's time to perform. We're gonna do 1/8 as a seed, 2/8 as a seedling, 2/8 as an adult, maybe flowering, because some plants flower, others don't, and 2/8 pollinating. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 8, you go. 1, 2, 3, seedling. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you go. 1, you're growing into a seedling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, you go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Move on to the adult. 2, 3, you're flowering. 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4. I can see you trying. Now we're pollinating. Keep going. 3 and 4, 5, 6. Last few counts. 7 and 8. How'd you do? I saw some great work, dancers. Let's move on to that final stage of our plant life cycle. In our last stage of the plant life cycle, some plants produce fruit, like banana trees or apple trees. So think about if your plant produces a fruit. What does that fruit look like? Is it large or small, long or curved, angular? You decide. If you don't have a fruit, continue to grow and mature as a plant. So I'm going to play with having a small fruit grow. turn yourself into the fruit. You decide. Play with what shape you use. If it's large or if it's very small. What does growing fruit look like in your plant if you grow fruit? Are you ready to show your dance? I can't wait to see it finally complete. Let's head to the studio for our final performance. Ready? We're gonna begin as a seed. Here we go. 5, 6, seeds begin you go. 1, 2, 5, 6. Ready for your seedling roots go down. 2, 3, 4. Stem goes up. 7 and 8. Keep growing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready for flower. And 1, 2, 3. Flowers. 4. Growing adult plants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ready to pollinate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4 you go. 5, 6. Ready to grow fruit. 1, 2, and 5. How'd you do? It looked fantastic from here. Now, if you've completed your plant life cycle dance, take a picture, take a video, share it with your dance teacher if you're able to, or perform for a family member or a friend. We'd all love to see your work. It was amazing.
Before we cool down and stretch, let's try our challenge from last week.
Challenge move. Begin in a great first position. Heels together, toes apart, legs, muscles wrapping, tummy lifted. You can keep your hands on your hips or in middle fifth. Sometimes hands on your hips is easier for dancers. Other times, middle fifth is. I'll face this way so you can see how it's really done. Plie out to second to the right. And releve, turn forward. Plie second out to the left. Releve, turn forward. Plie and turn. Plie and turn. At the spot, look to the right. Keep looking. Look to the left. Keep looking. Look to the right. Keep looking. Look to the left. Keep looking. How'd you do, dancers? I thought I could see really
Now,
great. It's time to stretch and cool down after class. Remember, dancers, it's only safe to stretch after you've warmed up. Here we go. Great parallel position. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. Reaching up. Folding forward. Bend those knees. Let that back drape over your back. Letting the weight of your head pull you forward, separating the space in the bones of your back. Tail going up to the ceiling. And now I'm going to turn, but you don't have to. Turning. stepping back with your right leg, stretching through that heel, pushing down through this hip. If you want a challenge, bring your body up. More of a challenge, bring your arms up, but you don't have to. Breathing, knowing that you're in charge of your stretch and how far you go. Arms coming down, foot stepping back, switching legs, pressing through your hip, through your heel, bringing your body up only if you can. Arms coming up only if you can. And you breathe. Arms coming down, feet coming together to your knees. Open your knees to make a V shape. And reach forward with your torso, lifting up and stretching your arms forward. Head pulling forward, tail pulling back, and you stretch. Sitting up, knees coming together, reaching your arms forward. Elbows stay close to your body as you lower down and you snake up. Head leads up, 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 up. Feeling the stretch in your stomach. Shoulders are pressing away from your ears. And there is space behind your neck. Don't let your head crunch back. Lift up and then look back. Pressing back, sitting up, and finding a great butterfly position in celebration of spring. Leaning forward, nice long back, gentle pressure to your knees, opening up your hips. Wonderful job today, dancers. Great job, dancers. High five. Now, don't let all this hard work go unrecognized. Your teacher would love to hear from you and see what it is that you've been doing right here today. Everybody's communicating a little bit differently right now. Maybe your teacher communicates via Class Dojo or email, Microsoft Teams, or some other platform. Feel free to reach out to your teacher.
Hi everybody, welcome to a Science Minute. My name is Jenny Hell, I'm a science teacher at HISD. You've been exploring life cycles with Miss Skinjo, and I can't wait to see your dance. I just wanted to remind you that Wednesday, April 22nd is Earth Day this year. We are all going to celebrate Earth Day together. It's a perfect time right now because it's spring. Baby animals are being born, birds are hatching from eggs, the monarchs are coming back through Texas, flowers are blooming, lots of stuff happens in the spring. It's the perfect time to appreciate everything that the earth gives us. And so on Earth Day, on Wednesday, April the 22nd, make sure that you do all the things that really we should be doing every day. Things like recycling, putting trash where it belongs. You can plant a garden on your windowsill inside, maybe outside. Maybe you could safely go for a walk while social distancing just to appreciate the day. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
That's it for now. I'll see you next week right here on HISD Dance from Home.